Get ready with me. Get ready with me while I talk about why I'm freaking terrified for college. Freaking terrified. Okay. So actually, I'm not that terrified. Like, I think terrified is a very strong word. I'm not that scared. I mean, I am scared. Okay, wait, first let's collect my thoughts. I think the way that this story should start, this recounting of how and when the fear started, it should start with June of senior year. Actually, May of senior year, we were finishing up our AP exams, last AP exams ever, and my senior year, I took calc, stats, physics, and Euro. In May, we had our AP exams, so I was just about done with senior year. I was just about done with the high school, the people, the grade, and everything, okay? And so we took our AP exams and we were done. It was like the second Wednesday of the month, and we were done with AP exams. And then it was just May and June left, and June was lined up with senior activities, like end of the year, final grade, graduation type of activities. And so we did our fair share of those, and that was so much fun. But I was so burnt out from all of it. Like, the entire year was just grinding, and all of a sudden we're celebrating, and the celebration was nice, but I was really tired. And so I was just excited to graduate, and everyone's crying, but from my perspective, I didn't really know why, because I was so tired. I couldn't really process any kind of like emotion. I mean, I definitely could. I was really happy. It hadn't hit me yet that I would be leaving these people that I met for the first time 5 years ago, because I moved here 5 years ago, and it hadn't hit me then. And so what we later did this summer is we met up at a kind of like a bonfire event at one of our friends' house. It was like 20 of us, and we kind of just hang out, chill, talk to each other. And at this meetup, one of the people there was one of my closest friends, and she's been there for me through thick and thin. I think like filming our last TikToks together and making our last Insta post together kind of made me realize that like this is one of our lasts. Like, beginning of senior year, everyone's talking about their firsts. Like, actually no, that's not right. Beginning of senior year, it's like you're ready for the lasts, but then when the lasts come, you're actually not ready for it. And so that hit me like a truck, but I didn't cry until after. So like the fear definitely started setting in June, when it was like sign up for this, sign up for that, sign up for that, because I hadn't even gone to orientation yet, and they wanted me to take like placement exams, and they wanted me to get my ID issued, and they wanted me to figure out my banking account. And so that was definitely an experience in and of itself. But so the fear then subsided when I went to orientation, because I met all these people that were just like me in the same position. We were all terrified, and I kind of like realized like, okay, we're all in the same boat. But then you go long enough without experiencing something, you begin to cloud your mind with your own doubts. And so that was early in June when I had my orientation. And then 2 months passed. It's August already. And then the fear comes back, and the fear is like, how am I gonna get adjusted in my new dorm? How am I even gonna live in a dorm when I've lived in a family in a reasonably sized home my whole life? Like, I've always done my own laundry, I've always cleaned my own room, but to now be in charge of all of it without really having anything to immediately fall back on is kind of nerve-wracking, not gonna lie. But I think that in itself is also an experience, and there are definitely support systems in college, but you still gotta figure some of it out by yourself. And I think the ambiguity of all of it scares me the most. Not knowing what could go wrong is terrifying. But I'm also like, it's kind of exciting because it's like a roller coaster. Like, you're going up and you know what's gonna come, but you're not there yet. And when you're at the top, you see everything below you, and despite it being terrifying, it's a magnificent sight and it's something worth seeing. So I do think like college is not going to be without its ups and its downs, without its highs and its lows, but I think that's what makes the journey memorable, and that's what makes it something worth learning from. On the same topic of my friend, like, I went that far for a reason. Now, going back to the bonfire, going back to seeing my one friend, like, all my friends that were there, I love them all. But this one friend, like my best friend through thick and thin, I personally, let's get a little bit more personal now. I've never really believed in when you know, because I think I could never really differentiate my gut feeling from like the feeling of fear. So when I first like met her, I wasn't scared or anything, but I didn't think like we could be the most best of friends because our personalities were very different, in a very subtle way, but they were still pretty different. We both moved like within the same year, and now we're meeting new people, and we just happened to meet each other then, and so we didn't really know how to interact yet. So that was really funny. That's like hilarious in it of its own story. But we were going to a coffee shop, we got our coffee, and honestly the whole day is a blur except for when we were going there, because I was also terrified despite me like talking her ear off. I was definitely scared too. What's going on here? Like, are we gonna end up being friends? Are you gonna hate me after this? I think the reason why I don't remember the rest of the day is because she was so amicable, she was so welcoming. I kind of just like forgot that I was even existing. It was just like going with the flow. It wasn't a distinct moment when I was like, oh, I know this girl's gonna be my best friend. I think it was a matter of showing up every day and continuing to be there through not only my highs where I could talk all day 24/7, but also through my lows where I didn't want to say anything to anyone. You know, like that thing, like when there's like this one like you're very tired, but there's this one person that it doesn't matter that you're tired, you'll still talk to them. Like, she is that person for me. She's a great person. Like, I could glaze this person all day. It's not even glazing because it's the truth, but she's iconic, and not by mistake. I'm so sad. I'm getting sad talking about it, but like, that's one other thing that's adding on to this compounding fear of going to college and kind of like leaving everything. But I think the best way to go about this is to embrace what's about to come. And it's definitely comforting that everyone's in the same boat. Everyone's equally pooping their pants. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Catch you on the next one.